Hello, new friends out there. I am Ricarda, Mexican-born, queen in Munich.
And I am Lady Voldemort, and I'm a Mexican drag queen living in Heidelberg, Germany. Perhaps you're wondering what we're doing here. So, Ricarda, why don't you tell the audience what we're doing here?
As you may know, if not, you should know, there is a Mexican drag show called La Más Draga.
Exactly. The difference is that this is like an independent, very Mexican show and is basically inspired in Mexican culture and combining drag and Mexican culture.
We call it Mexicalism, but in this case is drag Mexicalism, and we're going to explain you and guide you on this video what it is.
Yeah, so basically, perhaps you have already heard about this show or you didn't really watch it because what is the main disadvantage of La Más Draga? Can you tell us, please?
Would be, I guess, that it goes very deep into Mexican culture and you should know and do some research. That's number one.
Number two is that the show is in Spanish. So it is available in YouTube and usually you have auto-generated
subtitles.
Exactly, thank you. But I don't know, perhaps it's not very appealing if the entire show is in Spanish. So our job today is to explain to you and bring to you one episode of La Más Draga.
Exactly. We will be just doing a little review of episode 1 and then we will move to episode 2 where we're going more deep in detail because it's really important to understand the context of these two challenges. And now we're going to move forward to tell you how we're going to put our evaluation about the ladies. We are drag queens, of course, and we know the effort, the money that is put into this, and all the dreams that are involved.
The effort. How many hours did we spend getting ready for this shooting?
For this.
How many hours?
A
lot of hours.
You don't want to know. You don't want to know.
Okay.
Better not.
So our scoring system is going to be based in 3. So what is it? What do we say when we say that's amazing? It's impressive. I couldn't. It's so much. How do we say that?
Dragnificent.
Exactly. And what do we say when we have a performance and a look and it's okay, it's cute, but it could be plus. It could be more.
More. We will say Q plus. Cute, but needed a little bit more.
Exactly. And what is the bottom? What is the when you say that a look or a performance was not the best, it could be done a lot better?
Actually, that's really good because we found the correct expression for this, and that would be lost in translation.
Lost in translations because not even we as Mexicans understood what was happening.
Exactly. It would be okay, girl, lost in translation.
Lost in translation.
She's lost.
Yeah, with this said, we don't want to really judge anybody because as she said, we know the effort and the time. But things when you are part of it, what can be wrong, what can be good, or what can be improved. Where's the room of improvement?
Exactly.
The room
of improvement. Very good. Okay, now we're going to talk about episode 1.
Episode 1. So, Ricardo, what was episode 1 about? Because, of course, we're Mexican, so we're already late. We're already in episode 2, but we're going to talk very superficially about episode 1. So, what do you think about episode 1?
Actually, episode 1 is something very meaningful for me because I'm from Oaxaca, the state where this first challenge is based. And it's also based on a very specific celebration that we have in my state. So all the ladies were requested to putting her drag into what the Guelaguetza is. And the Guelaguetza is basically a festivity where all the 8 regions of the state come in 2 weekends. So those are the 3rd and the 4th weekends of the month of June. And this is something that happens every year. And these 8 regions go and present a lot of folklore, of the region. They throw gifts out to the audience and they show what they're good at. The way of living, the customs, everything that they produce, and so on. And it's very, very important and meaningful for us in Oaxaca and actually for Mexico, for the country.
So, we're not going to go through because it's already
It's a
gone.
lot.
Otherwise, this video is going to be like 4 hours, and we don't want that.
But we invite you to have a look on this first episode because it's incredible. And also, if you want to do some research about La Guelaguetza, you can do it. Actually, you have lots of videos in YouTube about the different presentations and the shows of each of the regions in YouTube. So feel free to go and explore. And also come to my homeland, Oaxaca. Come to my state. You will be very welcome there.
And also is the best food of the country. Anyway, let's move on to the episode.
Based on our perceptions, we should say to our people, to our new amigas, how do we felt about this challenge? Girl, please tell me. You're Dragnificent, you're Q+, and you're Lost in Translation.
Well, my Dragnificent is, of course, Greta Grimm, basically because she's my friend. I actually know her, like when I go back home visiting, I actually meet up with her. Well, you're actually from the place, so I think you're in a better position to actually, have a bottom, a top, and a man, and you're Q+. So, who's your Dragnificent, who's your Q+, and who's your Lost in Translation?
Okay, my Dragnificent, of course, is Greta Grimm.
Yeah.
Why? The costume and how she created this persona and this animal transformation. She was an iguana. And this is a very meaningful creature for us in Juchitán. So she was the iguana, the night of the iguana, the night of Greta Grimm. The bad thing is that stupid headpiece was definitely not well put in place at that time, which was a shame, but still, she ate, and
Absolutely.
She's my Dragnificent. Dragnificent for Greta Grimm and the iguana.
And that dress was amazing. It was an Aviesk. That dress was an Aviesk.
Shout out to Aviescu.
Besototes, mi amor.
Ahora, en el pedorro. Okay, now, my Q+.
Mm-hmm.
My Q+, I have to say, and I would like to put two people on here, and I would put Oslo Queen and Ricura Santana from the coast. They created a really nice performance about what is the coast, and the outfits were really amazing. It is a shame that we could not listen in the video or in the episode when Oslo Queen was screaming, because actually that's a very significant part of the entrance.
Really?
Yes, of the entrance of the coast region in the Guelaguetza. And it was a really good episode. But
it was a very good
the
episode.
Lost in Translation part would be, for me, and this is something sad, but I got the idea of the outfit and how this person embodied all the outfit. It was for Pati Piñata.
Really?
Unfortunately. Yes, because, and it's sad because for me, it was a good outfit, but not well executed. I want to believe that she had some issues during the runway and that maybe something happened, but I still have hope for Pati Piñata. Hashtag we love Pati Piñata.
Hashtag we love Pati Piñata.
We would love to have something made by Pati Piñata, because if you didn't know, actually Pati Piñata is one of the best engineers and I think creative minds in Mexico scene.
Yeah, and honestly, Pati Piñata has been there forever, and she's been indirectly in the show almost every season because she's been creating structures for the queens, and so she's been indirectly been all along. And it is finally her turn. I'm very excited about her.
Exactly. So, Pati, besos chula.
So episode 2, basically it was the literal translation is the most Silvia Pinal. So you might be asking, who was Silvia Pinal? Unfortunately, is an actress that passed away in 2024. However, she had a very, very long and very fruitful career, mostly in cinema. There's a time in Mexico that is called the Golden Cinema. That's basically like the 50s, 40s, 50s, and she was an icon. I mean, she always was an icon. She made I don't know how many movies, and she had her own TV show. She was really a legend. So basically, this episode is pretty much paying homage to her memory, her work. So basically, what the queens were asked to do was to combine their drag with an element, like a reference, an outfit, something about her career. Okay.
Exactly.
So now we're going to actually, since it's the last episode, we're going. Sorry, interrupted you. It's the most recent episode. We're going to go one by one and just give our very non-humble, non-solicited opinion. First up on the runway, who was it? Calypso.
Calypso from the House of Art.
So before I even start with them, you should know that in La Más Draga is not only Mexican drag. Since season 4,
season 4,
they open up to everyone who speaks Spanish. So ever since there had been always a representative of the House of Art from Chile.
Chile.
So Calypso, I really, really ask you to follow each and every one, or just go to their Instagram accounts and just check it out a little bit. Just scroll down a little bit, just to understand what their drag is about, what they usually do. Why is that important? Because in this episode, Calypso went actually completely different. She's always very alternative, doing something not very, very common, very hegemonical drag.
Exactly.
And for this episode, Calypso actually got out of her comfort zone to really kind of really get into the episode. And she gave a very, very spectacular version, her version of Silvia Pinal. So I think it was very good, and it was very, very interesting to see also
a different style of Calypso.
Yeah, very much just doing something else. So also another thing that I forgot to mention, in La Más Draga, usually it's not only runway, it's not only gone to this right and left and then come back. No. There's always usually performance. And actually, I was missing a little bit of performance. I think it was more like a proper runway.
It was more like a proper runway, yes. And I get that. But I think for me, she ate. I loved her.
She definitely, but keeping in mind the kind of format that La Más Draga is.
Yes, exactly. Yes, you are correct. But to me, what I saw was enough.
Okay.
Why? Because it was not the typical Calypso. And I think this is the time for everyone, I guess, every performer, to express and to think outside of the box. And she did. So for me, Dragnificent.
Her outfit and what she did was, Dragnificent, but I will actually going to put in the Q plus just because of the performance, just because of that, but everything was amazing about what she did.
Okay. Next one on the list, Detox Alanis, a very iconic queen from Mexico City.
And also I think very iconic look that she gave. Can you give us more details on the look?
The look was inspired by the movie Historia de un abrigo de mink, a very, very nice movie that I recommend you to watch because it's one of my favorites. And it tells a very nice story about a girl who wanted one mink coat. And those are very, 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 very expensive. So,
and she was not necessarily rich.
Exactly. But she found a way to have one of those coats. And she went to her hometown. And then something happened with this coat. And that was the story that Detox Alanis embodied on her performance in the runway. But what happened in the runway, girl?
Well, in the runway, what happened is that she walked. Okay, so first that the coat that she brought was super huge. It was a very long and very. I don't think it was mink, but I think it was more like felt, and that is a very hard material to find. And but however, I love the construction because it was in a scale of grays, and to give contrast, she put like black fur in all the edges and all the rims, and also something super smart. I loved it. I loved it. I found that super smart that she attached some chains to the lower parts of the coat because it's very long. It's very difficult to walk with. So she attached some chains to actually maneuver her way through the
And
runway.
move.
So and she didn't trip over. She didn't fall. It was a very smart move.
Amazing.
Because also the chains were silver, and that kind of combined with the color palette of the mink, so it didn't really rest anything from the outfit. I think that was really cool.
It was amazing, magnificent. As I told you before, I don't even know what the fuck about fabric, but what I know is that that outfit was expensive. She owned the stage. Did you say, Alanis? Girl.
Okay, so Magnificent, is that your score?
Magnificent for sure. From here to the moon.
I don't know. I'm a little bit torn. Because also it was more like runway, not performance. Although that outfit was really cool. That mink coat or mink-like coat was really nice. I'm torn because I don't want to be unfair with Khalid. I will stick
Vive
to.
sin drogas.
Ora. I think I will stick to my principles and go for Q plus, even though she was amazing. That I really want that coat.
So who's next on the list?
Sorry, I'm gonna say that one because he's a personal friend of mine. Again, Greta Grimm. And what do you think about it?
Greta Grimm. Despite what I said about episode 1, I think this time she did good. She ate, but I was missing something about Silvia Pinal. Like, don't get me wrong, girl. It was a really nice outfit. All the prosthetics that she used.
Isa Juana Guadalupe.
Shout out to Juana Guadalupe.
Hermana, besototes allí.
She says it's her friend, but I don't know. Yeah, it's her friend. So, Juan is
Besototes.
en el pedorro. So, okay, coming back to Greta Grimm. I was missing Silvia Pinal. Where is Silvia Pinal? I don't know. To me, it was missing something. The outfit was incredible. The makeup was incredible. I wish I could do something like that one day with makeup. But it was missing the key point of Silvia Pinal to me. What do you think, girl? Before we give our scores.
I think very differently, sister. I think very differently.
Sesgo.
Sesgo, la verga, sesgo.
Okay.
So I think, number one, there was a little performance. It was not the most fluent performance.
Yeah.
So I'm going to explain basically why Greta Grimm is different.
Okay, you go ahead because it's your friend.
Yeah, I mean, she is.
I want her to be my friend too, so Greta.
Call her. Okay, so basically
Okay.
Greta is like a drag animal. What does that mean? That she does like a drag queen, but instead of a human face, she adapts her face to, like, she puts some prosthetics and she becomes a crocodile, a turtle.
And iguanas, episode 1.
And iguana, exactly. This episode she was a penguin. So something I really would like to mention. I like the artistry that she puts in there because she creates her own prosthetics. Like, she really molds. I don't know what the material is. Greta, tell me. She molds the like this snout or whatever piece that she's going to emulate the animal with, and then she pours on the latex to create the prosthetic. So it's very crafty, and I think that really elevates the artistry of what she does. And what I loved about her outfit is, like, it was a dress a black dress with sequins or something glittery. I think it was sequins. And then basically she redistributed the color palette, the white and black. And then very smart, she was wearing yellow shoes to emulate the feet of the penguin.
The details.
Yeah, and also it was harmonizing with like a headpiece, a yellow headpiece that she had on, and also with the peak. So I think these details are very, very well taken care of, and that elevates a lot.
Ate on this.
She ate.
Outfit, the look, the makeup, everything. So the details, amazing. But to me, it was missing something more meaningful from Silvia Pinal. And for me, it's a Q+.
Q+. So for me, I don't know if it's biased, I don't know if it's objective, and I don't care because this is my review. Dragnificent.
Sesgo.
A la verga, sesgo. Dragnificent.
Voto por voto. Next one on the list
is Moon.
Moon.
So what is the reference?
The reference is a movie called Yo Soy Tu Macho or something like that. I don't remember well. But basically, she was giving us the fantasy of being a macho because in this movie, Silvia Pinal has to go undercover to some aviation place to find, I think it's her brother, and then something happened, and then she turns into a lady, and that's basically what Moon did on the runway.
Yeah, exactly. So, what, you want to start? Should I start?
You start.
I start. Okay. So, first of all, like she was doing like a grayscale face and body, something that I appreciate a lot because that's kind of the age. It's very in harmony with the time where this movie was out. And then she had like this very big jacket that had that red in the backside, soy tu macho. I usually don't love when they put the reference in the outfit. I actually appreciated this time because I didn't watch the movie, so it gave me the opportunity to go Google it.
And investigate.
Exactly. So I actually appreciated it. Even though I'm not a very big fan of that, I appreciated this time. And then she took off the jacket and revealed a dress that was very beautiful. It was very, very ad hoc with the time.
Yes.
And also have to she was wearing a bodysuit that was silver, and it was very clearly hand painted. I think it was like airbrush, but still hand painted, and she gave texture and she gave different shades of silver, and I appreciate that a lot that here in the upper part she put the gray a lot lighter to make it match with her face.
But the dress was hanging from here to down. So something to put this dress a little bit up, maybe, I don't know, some buttons, hidden button on these
The
bodysuit, or a tight corset, or some strings just to be hanging into the shoulders. That would be amazing. But despite those, this little detail, to me, it was a Dragnificent.
Yeah, I'm going to give it Dragnificent too because, exactly as she said,
it's the first Dragnificent.
It's the first time. Wrong review.
Yes, not this time.
And next up is
Connie Cortez, La Madre Demonio from Mexico City.
What do you think? What do you think about what Connie did?
I loved it. Connie gave me the fantasy of a lady. She was being a lady because that's not Connie Cortez. And that's what I love the most. Connie is a demon. Connie is something else, but not a woman. And she gave us this fantasy. She was very committed to this challenge, and I loved it. The dress was amazing. The color that she chose for the gown, because it was actually based on a movie, the hair, the makeup, it was incredible. I have to say that I felt she was a little bit nervous to get on the runway, but I think that's fair. It's just the second episode.
Yeah, everybody gets nervous.
Everyone gets nervous. But she's going to be fine, I'm sure. I am personally in love with this side of Connie Cortez because it's different than this. So go and follow Connie Cortez as well. Go and check her social media because she's an icon from Mexico City.
Yeah, and also I love her in general because she also is a color-faced drag performer. So although, I mean, yes to everything, I'm going to disagree a little bit because I think it was her opportunity to do the opposite, to actually do a red face and do bring the
But she did the last episode.
The challenge to her. Okay, fair, but in this particular episode, yeah, that was more like what I was missing. Like she actually turned it around and brought the challenge to her drag. However, that's the only thing that I can really say, like a critique. That is not even a critique because she did a fantastic job with the makeup. She looked amazing, very pretty. That dress was expensive. Well, I don't know the price, but it looked expensive. It was very well constructed. I have nothing to add. Nothing. Dragnificent.
Dragnificent. For me, Dragnificent as well. Second Dragnificent of the night. Next one on the list.
Who's the next one on the list?
Candela Yeye.
Candela Yeye. So what do you think? I'm very excited about hearing your opinion. What do you think about this one?
To me, I have to say that I love this. Why? Because for everyone out there, if you go and type Silvia Pinal, maybe you will get this result. She embodied a very iconic painting from Diego Rivera. Yes, Diego Rivera painted Silvia Pinal. So Silvia Pinal was that girl at that time. And this painting is very important for us in Mexico as well, and also for the Pinal family. And seeing Candela bringing this to life, as she did with this structure, with the other paintings around the main structure, it was incredible. To me, it was amazing. The only thing that I would like to point out, is that when she was doing this amazing runway, she turned and then I just saw wood. So a little bit of detail behind the painting or something on the edges of this, ¿cómo se dice, Marco?
Frame.
Of the frame. It's late.
It's really late.
It's late. So on this wooden frame, I would appreciate. Still, it's not necessary, but to me, it was missing like this, or at least just painted in gold. That was the only thing that I would say, but magnificent to me. Hands down. Yes. You, girl?
I was a little bit torn. When I watched it, I was a little bit torn. Number one, like the drag queen being framed, you know, like in a portrait. We have seen that a lot in La Más Draga already. My greetings to Abieska and to Electra, season 3 and season 4.
Yeah, but they're not Silvia Pinal.
Yeah, but still, like that idea is already very much seen. However,
I appreciate that idea, I have to say.
However, I also, like, as I mentioned before, I don't love it when the reference is part or is in the outfit because that kind of reduces the
fantasy,
the storytelling element, exactly. However, it's super well done. I really loved it.
Amazing.
And because it also is not only there, it gives structure, it changes the silhouette, it gives it something very unique that I have never seen. And despite how much I was torn, it's also a magnificent for me.
Magnificent.
It was just so well
Girl,
done.
told you. Yes, well executed.
Very well.
Cheers to you, Candela. By the way, do you know Candela, where is she from? I think she's from Yucatan.
I think so. I'm not sure, but I
Yes,
think
she's
so.
from Merida, Yucatan, I think. Yes. Pelana.
Oh, ahora.
Hola, loca.
Sin insultar a la
Bueno,
gente.
go and visit Yucatan. Merida,
Yes,
one of my
yes,
favorite
yes.
cities in Mexico. Next one on the list is
Tulsa.
Tulsa. Tulsa.
Do you want to start? Do you want to start with your opinion, or should I start with your opinion?
You start. Because I always start. You deserve to start.
I didn't really love it. I think the outfit was very good. It was very well constructed. I loved the gloves, the long gloves. There was like this thing that you use in cinema to cut. I
Yes.
really loved it. The silhouette is also very interesting. However, that's where it stopped. So basically, she brought a white bodysuit. And that was, like, number one, her makeup was gray. So you could very clearly see the cuts, like where the bodysuit ended and where her makeup ended. And also, depending on how she moved, you could see the skin color at times. So that breaks even more the fantasy. The makeup is amazing because she did a very, very well done grayscale.
She has a very beautiful makeup.
And trust me there, a grayscale is not easy to do. So a shout to that. But then she should have either gone for full white face or a gray bodysuit because the cut was very obvious. And then also the bodysuit didn't really go all the way down to the feet. It was like it finished like somewhere between the calf and the ankle. And then she put on white tights, and that's something I do because so when I do a full white face and full white body, I do that, and I know it's a struggle. But there are bodysuits that go all the way down the feet, and it doesn't break the fantasy. And she was also wearing closed shoes, so she could actually have taken advantage of those long bodysuits that don't reach the toes, but at least the foot. And then you don't have another break. So it was like a break of the fantasy up here, another low there. So like it was the outfit was very cool, but there were a lot of elements in the execution that really diminished, in my opinion.
To me, I'm not going to say anything about the makeup, gray, the transition between one color and another, because I'm not good on that, because it's not where my drag is more going to. But I get it, and I appreciate those details, because I see those details and maybe I don't think about the possible alternatives to solve those issues. This is a competition. Maybe she got nervous. We don't know. But something that I would like just to add to everything that my comadre said is that the dress was incredible. It was really nice. It was such an exquisite dress. The skirt was very well made. Like, I love that. And as I said, she has one of the most beautiful makeups that I have ever seen on black and white faces and scale of grace. By the way, shout out to the House of Black and White, because she's part of the House of Black and White.
A lot of iconic people.
A lot of iconic queens.
And kings.
And kings. House of Black and White from Mexico City. And yeah, so coming back to this, I love the detail of including Luis Buñuel on the outfit, because he was very important for the Silvia Pinal career. And I think this little detail to conduct Silvia Pinal with the filming career of Luis Buñuel and them together, it was amazing. But I have to say that she's going to be my first Lost in Translation for this episode. What about you?
I'm afraid that I have a second Lost in Translation. I mean, it's my first, but this is the second of this episode. The dress was nice, but there was too many details in execution. And that's actually, like as you said, it's like a little bit like my area. So,
as you can see.
There's no chance that I won't bring my attention to those details. Yeah.
So, still we love you, Tulsa.
Absolutely, we love every single queen and participant of this competition.
Okay, next one on the list
is Oslo from Puebla.
Capital del camote.
El que nos gusta, mamona.
Visit Puebla, please.
Absolutely.
Yes.
So, Oslo, what do you think about... Okay, first of all, which was a reference?
The reference was a movie called Las Cariñosas.
Mm-hmm.
Amazing movie, incredible movie. That was actually my introduction about the showgirls. And this type of showgirl life. Okay, so for me, the transition was okay. It was nice. I loved it. Some incidents. One incident happened. Unfortunately, she fell on the wrong way.
Oh,
but to me, I think, forgetting about this little incident, the outfits, the transition she ate. Like this sexy nurse walking there, super sexy, and then turning into a showgirl. It was amazing. And something that I want to point out is that the color choice for the outfit was really nice. What do you think about this color, girl?
Actually, yes, I loved it. So first, the first outfit, simple. I mean, it's very cute, it's very nice, but the Mexican drag is very big, it's very maximalistic. So it was very simple for the standards of Mexican drag. Like if in another
You
context.
think so?
Yes.
I think it was okay because that was not the main one.
Okay, fair. It was basically just a short skirt, a nurse-like white dress with red rhinestones, like for the cross, and like some applications here and there to give contrast because it's white and white doesn't work in camera. However, the second outfit, it was like coral. It had this coral pink, and we don't see that color very often in drag, so I appreciate that a lot.
That's true.
However, it was not really a reveal. Like she had the Tóxico en Veneno came with two fans, and put these feather fans in front of her and started like fanning to cover her because it was not really a reveal. It was a tear away and put on.
And put on, yes.
However, like she was a little bit too fast, like 1 second too fast, and she started ripping off the outfit before they put on the fans. And you could already tell, okay, there's going to be a change. There's going to be an outfit change. And also the coral colored outfit was already in the back of the stage right when she started. And it was contrasting a lot with the white that she was wearing. So from the beginning, you couldn't really tell that it was an outfit. It was like a bulk in coral.
Something there.
But it was it was there. So it was like...
maybe something will happen, we don't know, but something will happen.
Yeah, it's
with
there
coral
already.
color.
Yeah, exactly. So, but the outfit is really cool, like the second one.
Amazing.
So what is your score?
Q plus.
Yep.
Q plus.
I'm going to agree with that. It's also cute. Q plus. Next one on the list is
Patti
Piñata. The reference was Simón del Desierto. What is that?
Simón del Desierto, it's a very iconic movie of Silvia Pinal with Luis Buñuel, actually. It tells a nice story. I don't want to give you the spoiler, but a lot of things happened in the desert, and she is turned into many different characters, and that's more or less what Patti did in the runway. Opinions on that, girl?
Opinions. I think, also a little bit of background. Her performance took particularly long. It was even highlighted in the editing, something I don't really appreciate from the producers. Okay. I think as production, you have to take care of your talent. I understand also that it happens, so it has to be displayed. As we mentioned before, Patti Piñata is not a beginner. She's been on the scene for ages. So I think that what happened, like maybe she was a little bit too ambitious, and I think that she didn't make it a beginner's mistake just like that. I don't want to call it that. I think it was more like she was counting on the fact that that is a TV show and there's editing and the long spaces between the outfit changes could be cut. Because basically what the judges said about that, it was extremely long. I would say that she's not a beginner and she definitely wouldn't have done that on stage. So that it's my like the my hope, my trust that she was counting on the fact that there's going to be edition or editing.
Yeah.
So she took the chance, or she gave herself the chance to take long because she was hoping that it was going to be edited.
But it didn't.
Yeah.
Unfortunately.
So what do you think?
I believe nerves played a big part of Patty's performance this time. So I don't know. I think something was happening with Patty on this episode, especially when they had this moment in the makeup room by Beauty Creations. Something was going through Patty's mind, and I think that played on her. And it was very evident. It was sad to see this performance because I think Patty can give more than this.
A lot more, yeah.
She's capable to do amazing things because we've seen even queens winning this competition using what Patty is creating with her hands. So I think this was just a bad time, a bad moment, and the mind of Patty played her this time, and I hope she will come back. She deserves a second chance.
Absolutely.
I want to see more of her. So I have trust that something will happen and she will come back. We don't have the spoilers, by the way, so we don't know if this is going to happen. But if it does, I think she will slay the competition. So my score would be lost in translation, but I hope she will be back.
Okay. Also there was an outfit. I don't want to make this too long, but there was an outfit. There was a fabric, like a transition from pink to fuchsia that was lovely, or to purple. I love that. It was delicious. With that said, I think I won't give a score because I would like to say that what happened is not representative of what she does or her level. And yeah, I think it's just not representative of her. And I mean, we have already seen more and other things and a lot better and more and what is actually her. So
yes,
I think
exactly.
I will just stay with that. And yeah. And yeah, definitely we're going to see a lot more of her, I'm sure.
Definitely. Next one on the list
is Nyla Downs.
Nyla Downs.
Alerta de concepto.
Concept alert.
Concept alert.
Okay.
Why concept alert?
Why?
Alerta de concepto.
You explain why.
Okay. So basically her outfit, she just wearing a beautiful golden dress and then golden body paint and golden makeup. I want to give a shout out to the makeup because blending in metallics is extremely hard. It's very hard. Well, not blending. The problem is that
working with this type of
giving texture and depth and light is very complicated. And she used graphic lines, so the highlight, the contours were all graphic lines, so it actually came through and on camera. And then she was wearing kind of she had like a camera here, and then there was the roll coming literally around her. And the roll had the negatives of images of her movies.
Of Silvia Pinal movies.
Exactly. Thank you for adding that. So I think it was delicious. The makeup was beautiful. It was conceptual. It was really not being a disguise of see or being in disguise of Silvia Pinal. It was like her career, her homage, and her legacy made a drag outfit.
Exactly.
I absolutely adored it.
Exactly. Something that I want to mention also is that Nyla is that bitch. She is that bitch. She knows how to put a concept on anything. And I think she's playing a game in a very good way. She's putting all of her expertise on this because, same as Pati Piñata, she's being behind the scenes of La Más Draga for a few seasons. Love her. Love the concept. She knows how to put every single challenge on her track. She's been doing this since I don't know how much time. I don't know her whole career, but she's always eating, always. And she's doing it so well. Amazing. Magnificent for me, hands down.
Is the kind of queen that you're afraid of if you compete with her?
Because I think she knows how to play the game.
So what is your score?
Magnificent. Dragnificent.
Yeah, Dragnificent,
Don't even ask.
like 3 times Dragnificent. If we had a higher score, I would give her a higher score. But we don't, so Dragnificent.
2 times.
Spectacular.
Spectacular. Spectacular.
Spectacular.
Next one on the list
is Bridestan. So, what is the reference?
The reference is a movie called Hello, Dolly. Showgirl again. So, to me, it was really nice. It was a really nice outfit. The outfit was incredible. The reveal. She knows how to dress properly. And I loved it. But I'm not sure about the runway in the way that how things happened on stage. And as one of the judges said, actually the daughter of Silvia Pinal was there as a judge. She could have played more with the Hello Dolly story. But still, Q plus for me. Q plus, hands down, Bridestone is the queen that I think is one of the storytelling queens of this season. I think she's going to be guiding us through some crazy situations and giving us a lot of gags. Actually, she's doing it. She's throwing a lot of iconic gags and phrases and all of that, and I'm living for her presence in the show.
Okay.
You, girl?
Okay. I liked very much how she reinterpreted the iconic outfit. She changed the pink, so it's more like a more neon, brighter pink.
Yes.
And she also...
Like her, Bridie.
I hadn't gotten... Oh, that's a cool one. I hadn't gotten that. And then she also put on some black applications, like the kind of embroidery or like the shape of embroidery, even though it was not embroidery. But anyway, like it was a very sharp contrast between the neon pink background and the black. Yes. So the texture and the elements, the black elements popped up a lot more. Also, I loved how she reinterpreted the outfit, like changing the silhouette a little bit the length, so you can still tell the reference without being a copy.
True.
However, like I don't remember more than that. Sure, I mean it's already been a few days, but I don't remember a lot more than that. So I think it would be a Q plus. Exactly, didn't sink in here, but it was amazing. It was very well done. Next one on the list is
Ricura Santana
with a reference Adios Mimi Pimpin.
Yes.
What do you think? What do you think about it?
I love that. The dress, I think it was really good. It was well executed. Her presence, how she's moving, how she's seducing the audience, the mouth that she has, like Sandra Bullock left the chat. Baby girl,
the chat.
Those lips, I want to know how to do that mouth. Like for sure. I need to know because the smile that she was giving in the runway as well, that filled the whole stage, I think. And one detail that I really, really loved was the color palette of the whole outfits, the green feather. Magnificent. Amazing. You, girl?
I loved it actually. I loved it how she interpreted the outfit. It was still very literal, but there were a few details that really elevated it.
Yes.
So I basically, for example, I love that she made she changed the silhouette a little bit, and for the skirt she used layers and layers and layers of pleated tulle to give it a different texture. And then I love the sequin work in the outfit, in the corset.
Yes.
It was so much work. It was so very beautifully applied. And also she had like some like turquoise lines on the hips and on the cleavage, because it was very monochromatic. And she broke that homogeneity very smart with just one line. But the green is opposite to pink.
Exactly.
So
it stood out very good.
Exactly. It pops out a lot. And it was such a minute but very well executed detail. I loved it. I really loved it.
Amazing.
So
for me, I said Dragnificent.
Dragnificent. I loved it as well.
Dragnificent es... ¡Qué ricura! En esa bocota que tienes, nena. ¡Ole!
Next up is...
Axel Deville and the movie Viridiana. That I would like, if may I please?
Absolutely,
just
you may.
To give one little backstory of the movie Viridiana. I'm not going to go into very detail about the story and all of that, because I think what makes this movie more iconic is that something happened with the movie, let's say. When this movie was released, it was a very specific and a lot of tension.
Disruptive. It was too disruptive.
Exactly. It was something that maybe for us is, okay, we're used to these kind of things nowadays. But at that time, it was a very disruptive movie. And for a very conservative audience in Mexico, it was a total shock. So what happened is that Luis Buñuel and Silvia Pinal were supposed to be presenting this movie in the Festival of Cannes in France. So the government in Mexico said, this is not happening, you're not going to publish anything, this is just a disgrace for Mexico, for the Mexican films and so on. So what happened is that Silvia Pinal, being who she is, she said, girl, no. She took the movie with her to France. So she put on risk herself for the sake of the movie to take it to France. She took this film in her hands and they presented this movie in France. Luis Buñuel and her, and that gave her the first Palm of Gold in the Festival of Cannes in France, which is iconic. Then, that's not the end of the story, because Silvia Pinal, when she came back to Mexico, she was about to be detained in France already by the Mexican authorities, but she found a way to hide the film under her clothes or whatever, and then the police knew that she was going to Mexico, but actually she went to Spain, and the film stayed in Spain.
I didn't know that.
Yes, and then it got presented in Spain and Europe before being presented in Mexico. So the movie was legendary here in Europe.
Icon.
And an iconic movie, but it took a lot of time for the movie to go back to Mexico, where the movie is being filmed and so on. And that's the story of Viridiana. And actually, it's a very meaningful movie for her, because that was when people started to take serious Silvia Pinal. So there was a before and after Viridiana on Silvia Pinal's life. Actually, it was the name of one of her daughters. who sadly passed away. But yeah, that's another story. But that's the backside of Viridiana, because I think it's important for us to understand how important for the film industry, not only in Mexico, I think for the world, Viridiana is, because it was very disruptive and it put Mexico and Luis Buñuel in the map. So, coming back to Axel Deville, let me know what you know.
First of all, I will actually comment on what you said.
Okay.
The Mexican government banning something disruptive. Groundbreaking.
Wow.
Coming back to Excel Deville. I loved it. Like I think the reference was also a little bit, it was not literal, it was like very exaggerated. It was like how you make you take a reference and then you make it drag bigger, voluminous, like to be on people's way. So
in your face.
Yeah, the only one thing, like I think the construction it was very well done. It was just plain white, and she did put like some rhinestones here in the chest and some applications here and there. But I think it needed, like, especially on the lower part of the outfit, it was just plain white, and you could not really tell details. So I think, like, we already know season through season and season of La Más Draga that white doesn't work on camera. You have to put details to
some
make
shades, some different colors,
or lines, just to give contrast, because white in camera doesn't read well. It's too plain. So I think that's the only thing that I could criticize. But like the outfit was amazing. The huge horns that she had, the headpiece was amazing. The applications were missing in some parts of the outfit, but where they were, they were very well
executed. Yeah, same comments. The outfit was incredible, but I think that on camera it was not playing well, despite this little detail about the color choice. It was incredible. And also she did a little speech in the audience, for the audience. And I think that was really cool, because especially it showed a little bit of what Viridiana is, the movie, and how Silvia Pinal was. Like, she was this woman ready to speak up and put, some...
I actually hadn't seen it that way.
Because,
that's a very good point.
That happened before. Like, in her story of Silvia Pinal, or you mean in the performance of Axel?
Yeah, like, exactly. Like,
I saw that. I got that.
No, I didn't, but it's good that you mentioned it, because I actually hadn't. And I have interpreted it differently, and I'm actually going to shut my opinion, because because I like yours more. I like it. So
okay.
I would just take out, like my take-home message.
Ora.
Pues ni modo.
Ni modo. But okay, the thing is that the dress, I think it was a reference for Victor and Rolf. As you said, I think we have seen this kind of lacy type of duvet style, type of look, like... I just woke up. We've seen that a lot of time, La Más Vianney. Conchas Concordi. But okay, the horns, spectacular. Rhinestones, spectacular. Everything. So Axelle, dragnificent. For me, dragnificent.
Oh, dragnificent. Yeah, it's fine. Yeah, dragnificent. That outfit was really cool.
And next one on the list.
And last one is also the last one.
Finally.
Caos Lasciva.
From Venezuela.
But then we have to go back to mention Moon, because we forgot to mention that she's from Colombia.
Moon. She's from Colombia.
We love you.
Wow.
Okay. So back to Caos Lasciva.
Okay.
You
want to start?
I have opinions. I have a lot of opinions.
Okay.
Do you want me to start, or do you want to start?
Go ahead. When I listen.
Well, Chaos. I loved it. I loved very much how... That's exactly how you take a reference, you deconstruct it, take elements, mix it with your drag and present it. Even though it worked for me in some of the previews that use a written reference on the outfit, this is my golden example of how you bring the reference to the outfit and you tell the story in 1 second.
Yes.
You look at it and you know immediately what's happening. And also, I'm a little bit of an alternative horror queen, as you can tell, hopefully. So give me some blood, give me some horror, and I will love it. I would totally love it.
We
So,
love a really nice dress and a little bit of blood.
yeah, exactly. And also,
Or a lot.
Or a lot. And also the dress was very beautiful, and when she was walking forward towards the front of the stage, you couldn't see at all what was about to happen.
Exactly.
And then she turned around and boom, there was an effing lamp
Yes.
popping out of her back,
Yes.
and the lamp had also its paws hanging. And also, I don't know if you remember, but like she took the lower part of the outfit and then shook it, and then the paws of the lamp were shaking with it.
Yes.
And that was really cool. I
It
loved
was amazing.
And also like the red details to emulate blood.
Fantastic.
It was so well executed. It was so well done.
That's a very good storytelling of the movie. That it's El Ángel Exterminador, by the way. Amazing. I loved it. And the interaction with the judges, the looks that she was giving, looking at the camera, the people, and the interaction with the venenos, with these plates.
Ay, como
serving.
tóxico. Que quiero que una intoxicada, mira, como ceviche echado a perder.
Eso. Como cuando, when you have a little intoxication on your lip and then like that, with shrimp. But okay, the interaction with them, it was really nice. When they offer the head of the lamb on this silver plate and then turning around, amazing. It was incredible. Dragnificent.
There's nothing else to say. Can you say something else?
We loved it. Dragnificent.
Yeah, that's enough, exactly.
And something else. That's the end.
That's the end of today's episode. But please let us know in the comments down there if you want us to come back. Do you want us to come back? If you don't, you can also send it anyway with your conservative uncle, your conservative aunt.
Oh, no, the WhatsApp groups from your mother, your sister, your father, whatever.
Send it away, send it everywhere. And
Even to your enemies.
Even to your enemies. And please let us know in the comments if we should stay home or come back.
And
Well,
something else.
You're actually at home, so never mind that.
Our home. And let us know, how do you are in the social media? How do people find you on social media?
Yeah, you find me in Instagram as Lady Voldemort Drag. And how do people find you in Instagram?
At the only Ricarda. The only Ricarda with one C. Because I don't know why people in Europe put two C's, but it's just one.
Okay, so thank you very much for watching. We hope
you.
you enjoyed it. And have a nice morning, afternoon, evening, whatever applies to you.
Anything. Kisses
Bye.
and hugs. Adios.